Hi and welcome to this week's workout video. We're going to start with some mezzo voce exercises. Now, for those of you who haven't done this before, and we've got some new people in the group, so welcome. A mezzo voce exercise is where you start the sound really quietly, crescendo it and diminuendo it, only using your breath, not using any throat muscles. The idea is that if you start quietly, the sound will go to where it should do by the laws of physics and resonate in the right place rather than where we think it should, which actually gives you a better resonance, better sound, and it puts your breath in control of your voice. You will notice that I will start each one by breathing through my nose, because that gives you a feeling of starting the sound in your head, which is really useful for this, because you want to have one constant direction. Use it as a learning exercise, in that your job isn't necessarily to stop all the notes cracking. Your job is to find out how much breath it takes for them not to crack. Okay, so don't do anything to control it. Just use your breath and find out how much breath you need. So we're going to do a scale on each, the scale up and down. So add. Just be very patient with those. That's the basis of bel canto technique, this ability to crescendo and diminuendo without using the throat muscles. Okay, so we're going to try this. Okay, so all on R, all with your tongue, feeling as if the tip is down, touching gently into the fleshy bit at the bottom of your mouth, just in front of the string. The back then will be slightly arched, and we try and keep the mouth the same shape all the time. Take a really low breath. If you're able to, take it through your nose and let the breath go right down to your stomach, and then just constantly breathe out. And now you can get this coordination of just feeling that you send breath in one direction all the time, and that's building the strength of your breath. Okay, and so try here. on the way down, after you've hit the high note of each group of 3, try not to feel that you clunk down. You just feel you're always going up. Okay, well done. So we're going to go back down again, and we're going to do this slightly faster. Now, I don't want you to change a thing. Just keep feeling that your breath is going in one direction. Don't try and make the notes clear. That's not your job. All your job is to sing straight through them. Okay, Now you can take these as high as you like. If you're not ready for them at this speed, skip this, go back and do them slowly again. But you can take them as high as you like. But don't worry if you start to crack notes. Just feel that your breath is really, really moving. And if your air feels as if it's really moving, then eventually your vocal cords will start to get used to the idea that you're not actually having to use any grip to get to these notes. Good. And here. Now, even when my mouth's open, I'm trying to breathe through my nose, because it gives you more of a sense, even though the breath goes down to your stomach, it gives you more of a sense that the sound is going to here. It feels almost as if the air goes to here, and then you just send the breath through that spot. Just keep a constant tone, don't change it. And if you feel some tension come in somewhere, just have another go, release it. Good. Okay, so now we're going to have okay, so let's try that. If you can manage that in one breath, do try and keep feeling that you really move on towards, well, really until you absolutely run out of breath. Okay, and in many ways, there's an advantage through not taking an enormous breath and then making your breath muscles work to the very end, so that or until they can't get any more out. Okay, and one more. Now, as before, we're going to go back and we're going to do that again, but we're going to do it faster. Okay, so. Well done. On the way down, just resist the temptation to let it clunk down. Feel as if you're going up all the time. And here. Just keep driving through it. Add. Good. Now, similar sort of thing. We're going to do. Okay. And here. And here. In many ways, the downward scale is harder than the upward scale because you've got to try and keep this feeling that you're going upwards. Otherwise, you start to clunk and you start to drop as you go down. And here. And one more. Now you can speed that up as well. So we go back down, and don't worry about making the notes clear. All your job is to do is to get to the next beat. Okay, so the direction of breath is always the same, always in one direction. If you can, breathe through your nose. And you can breathe through your nose with your mouth open. It's just you have to concentrate. And here. And here. Don't feel that you you have to make them clear. This is really important, especially as we go higher. Don't feel that you've got to make them clear. All you have to do is keep them smooth. And and if you feel you're getting a bit stuck, just clap along the rhythm. Okay, 3, 4. And somehow, when your body knows where the next beat is, it will allow you to get through the notes quicker. Well done. Have a really great week, and I'll hopefully see you in class.